Hello everyone, today we are going to present our interface. This presentation will separate into two parts. First part is how to interaction with our interface, and second part is what is the command that we write on the system. Okay, so let's start with the first part. So this is our interface. As you can see, our interface have four main buttons right here, and this one is the light indicator, and the upper part is the display. So the main feature that we are going to show is the auto mode. Okay, so let's begin. I'm gonna press the on button now. So as you can see, now it's on the auto mode right here, and the fan speed now is number 4 because of the dust level that we get. So there will be level 1 here, 2 and 3. So if there are a lot of dust, the dust will be like on the number 3. And for the light indicator, it's showing that it is working now. So as you can see, if the dust level is going down, it's number 3. Okay, so let's start. Now I'm gonna press on button. So as you can see, the system is running right now. So now it's on auto mode, and the fan speed is on number 4. Why is on number 4? Because of the dust level right here, it will show like number 1, number 2 and number 3. And for light indicator, it will be on when the system is detecting the dust or the smell.
And when the product is turned on, the fan is going to work.
Okay, so now I'm gonna press off button. Okay, so for our interface or the model that we did, separate into 3 parts. So this is the cover part, and for the inside one is the structure that we did. So for the LED or the button that we did, and for the last level is the all the wire that connecting each other, and here is the dust detector that we did. And for the dust, we use it because our product is air purifier. So yeah. Which is on the
Okay, here, let's start the second part with about the command system in Snap or Arduino. The first thing we did is to set up the variables. We use 3 variables here. The first one is on and off to tell the state that whether the product is on or off. We're gonna use number 1 for on and 0 for off. And the second variable is dust sense, which stands for dust sensor. It's gonna detect the value from the dust sensor. The last one is dust, which is gonna follow the dust sensor. It's gonna command the fan to work. Here is the switch, how we make the switch work. When we press the switch, the light at the auto mode gonna light up. We set the digital pin number 11 to be the switch and digital pin number 2 to be the light at the auto mode. Here is the command. When the program knows that we press the switch here, and it checks that the program or the product is off, it's gonna command the light to bright up, and also to set the on-off variable to be 1, which means now it's already turned on. And how we gonna turn off? When the program notices that we place the switch and check that now it's already turned on, it's gonna command the variable to turn it off or to be 0, and also to turn off the light. And now let's move to the dust sensor part. This is how the program knows that how much dust it is from the dust sensor. It's gonna work only when the product is turned on or when the on-off variable is number 1, but this is turned on. The dust sensor gonna be set to the analog reading number 0, which is the reading from the dust sensor. And here we gonna divide the value of dust sensor into 4 levels of dust here, number 1, 2, 3, and 4. We use, if there's little dust from the dust sensor, we just set the dust to level 1. If we have more dust, we're gonna set to number 2, number 3, and then number 4. This variable with this dust gonna combine the fan and the light to bright up to the level of dust. And this one is the last part. It is how to turn different indication light to turn on. At first, we set different digital pin to different light, which is fan speed light, dust level light, and status light. First, we set it into false to turn it all off at the beginning, and then to turn on at a different condition here. For example, if the dust is so little or dust is number 1, it's gonna set the digital pin number 6 or port 6 with this fan speed number 1 to turn on. And if it's not dust level number 1, it's gonna turn it off. Or another example here, if there's a lot of dust or dust equal 4, we're gonna set the digital pin number 3, which is the fan speed number 4 to turn on, and the light of the dust level here, digital pins 7, 8, and 9 to turn on, and to turn all of this thing off when it's not dust number 4. And the last thing here, it is about the status light. It's gonna be turned on when the dust is more than 1 or there's a dust in the room, and it's gonna be turned off when the dust is less than 1 or there's no dust in the room. And from what I have been explained, it is about the sprite 1. It's also another sprite with the sprite number 2. It's gonna explain how the fan can spin when the product is turned on. It's gonna spin in the different speed when the dust is different level. For example, it's gonna spin slowly when the dust is so little or the dust is number 1, and it's gonna spin quickly when the dust is number 4.